Howdy everyone, it's me once again, the one and only Killer Within. So right, I just figured I'd just do one of these again, another topic discussion, whatever you want to call it, these types of videos again. I just want to keep this fairly short. Even though there's quite a bit, I can make an entire series of videos of this if I wanted to, but I'm just gonna keep it short and to the point in some ways. And yes, a lot of people in the fandom had discussed this as well, by the way, folks. More specifically, I want to talk about Buffy the Vampire Slayer, which ran for 7 seasons, I believe, and then there's also the multiple comics, graphic novels that took place in the same continuity. So yeah, with these alone, there's like so much to talk about just with these alone right here. I mean, oh boy, and that's fine. Really, there's nothing inherently wrong with that because a lot of franchises did the same thing with like Star Wars, for example, or even Star Trek, because they did the same thing trying to expand upon on certain aspects, certain themes and whatnot when it comes to this kind of thing. Sure, I don't see nothing wrong with that. I mean, at times can be overdone, sure, but anyway, is that I want to talk about the character Faith and the character Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Yes, it's exactly what you think it's going to be. So yes, a lot of people in the fan base actually thought the character Faith actually had a thing for Buffy. I don't want to get into specifics here because I don't want to spoil anything really when it comes to the overall show, whatnot. But yes, a lot of people felt that there could be like an actual thing between the two. I mean, yes, there was a whole thing with Angel as well because Angel also had a thing for Buffy as well. It's like didn't they have like a relationship as well? But so how can she have a relationship with a woman if she has a thing for this one other dude? I mean, you could always say bisexuality, maybe, but still, though, I mean, yes, this is a pretty popular theory among fans. Well, faith feelings for Buffy was pretty strong because this has been a topic of debate, of much debate over the years, as interpretations, of course, like she had her press against the wall with that, just saw the picture. So I'm taking if this was actually went forward with she probably would have been the more dominant type, maybe. It's either that I'm just reading too much into it. But I mean, okay, yes, the show never really explicitly confirmed a romantic relationship, but a lot of people felt that there were hints of it, like it's there somehow. In some ways, okay. And a lot of people have stated that this has been foreshadowed a few times throughout the series. And I believe that the actress who played the character Faith has stated that on a panel that Buffy should have kissed, made out or something. So people thinking this is not just some random assumption. It's actually canon. Even when the actress who played the Faith character said that they should have done something here and there, I suppose. This could have been more of a thing. So yes, a lot of the fans in the show feel like they should have done more of it. I mean, in a lot of ways, a lot of people did feel that the show was well revolutionary in a lot of ways because the TV show did explore certain themes that were not a part of the typical 1990s t- TV programs. Because a lot of people did feel that TV shows in the 1990s became more daring because as certain TV shows like the French Bel Air, and the one show from Will Smith was in. It became more daring, exploring the abandoned father topics. Such things were not really explored in sitcoms, not really. And so yeah, and yes, that Will Smith show, French Prince of Bel Air, explored thing. Yeah, there was even that show had hints of the LGBT plus community, and having different classes having some kind of struggle with financially speaking in the workplace and whatnot. That was explored. So yes, in the 1990s, TV shows were, I guess, branching out when it comes certain themes that were not expressed before. And I mean, okay, did it always work? Did it always did it properly? That's like a different topic. I'm just saying that it was done through the 1990s. So people saying this kind of a thing in the Buffy the Vampire Slayer is not surprising. So, and having a female lead in a TV show, that was also something that was unheard of. It's not that it wasn't done before. It's just that people not really want to do that, be that risky, really. And people having a female lead is considered as a big no-no. I mean, unfortunately, that attitude is still a thing in this day and age. They don't want women to be leads, really, but that's a different topic there. But point being, yeah, there's certain things in the show it was considered daring, the way they spoke, certain type of words, the way they spoke and whatnot. So again, ultimately, it's not that much of a stretch, not really. So some people said that if the show wasn't censored by the network because there was some homophobes in the network that which the place that broadcast the Buffy the Vampire Slayer, they could have definitely gone further in the relationship. Well, I mean, okay, maybe to some extent that might be true, but if it's obvious to the fans, it should be obvious to the people who were licensing the show because that's what they did with Sailor Moon. Sailor Moon was pretty much bastardized because a lot of the LGBT plus in Sailor Moon, yeah, the one anime was severely edited out. So they're not completely wrong when it comes to that mindset. They probably would have just edited it out or just completely removed certain specific scenes if they actually went to this further. And when I say they, I mean the script writers. I mean, I guess at best it was like service level, and they were like whatever about that. Okay, keep it service level, but don't go beyond that. So that's not much of a stretch to kind of think that really. But anyway, so yes, I've always had a hunch that she had a thing. When I say she, I mean Faith had a thing for Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I don't know, maybe she thought she was cute or something. I just never really acted on it. I mean, I don't know how to make sense of that. Really, maybe she was shy, but that would kind of contradict the whole dominant personality she'll carry. Oh, maybe it would make sense because maybe in something she's insecure about. I don't know. And but it does seem like a missed opportunity to some extent. And yes, like I was saying earlier, the actress felt like they could have taken this further. She would have loved it if she did, if they actually did a thing. Of course, I mean, again, I'm not saying that this wouldn't have been a thing because I had the same kind of conclusion as well. She definitely sounded exactly like that. I also noticed the chemistry in at first in season three, I believe, if I remember correctly. But yeah, I mean, yeah, there were plenty of other women from the female audiences as well who had crushes on the actress who played Buffy. So again, this could have been a really good representation if done correctly, of course. But anyway, those like these two characters have an entire backstory, and yes, these two characters are very important to the overall plot. But I don't want to get too much into it because it would get really spoilery in a lot of ways, really spoil heavy. But yes, Buffy the Vampire Slayer, she was a great Slayer, definitely. But she definitely had moments where she made a name for herself. She was not just some ordinary girl, of course. And yes, it was an entire thing between the two. Well, like, did they really like each other? Are they enemies? Are they friends? Of course, just kind of like a hot cold kind of a thing with each other, of course. Just the way they treat each other and whatnot. So, of course, yeah, just there's like plenty of moments throughout the show that's maybe just questions on things, really, and whatnot. So, okay, I guess I'll just leave it at that. And yes, I know the whole thing with Angel and Fate's situation and all that, of course. So, I don't know. Maybe they would never been friends anyway to begin with. I don't know. Maybe sometimes the best relationship starts off really rough. Perhaps maybe that could be a thing. Maybe it didn't start off pretty rough, and just maybe could have gone from there. I don't know. Just like for example, if okay, just randomly thinking here, if someone were to tell me that if Sailor Moon and Sailor Mars were secret lovers, and that wouldn't surprise me. That would not surprise me at all. If they wanted to make that canon, I can buy into that because yes, they always got into each other's nerves. They always fought each other. They always got really temperamental with each other. I realize that. But then again, if they want to actually turn out to be great lovers, it makes sense. And something like that, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, thanks for watching. See ya. Oh, yeah.